Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Ranking Member Brady, for working together to introduce this critical bipartisan legislation that will help Americans better prepare for retirement. As an engineer, I spent most of my career working on process improvements and helping streamline operations. So I'm especially pleased today that we're talking about streamlining retirement options for Americans and encouraging workers and families to secure their future through robust retirement savings options. Increased retirement security for workers and seniors is a major policy priority for me and the Kansans I represent. I spent a lot of time working on these issues as Kansas State Treasurer, which oversees our state's public pension retirement system. I'm glad the Securing a Strong Retirement Act builds on the successful bipartisan Secure Act passed by Congress in 2019. Like that legislation in 2019, this bill is an excellent example of how Republicans and Democrats can find common ground and make meaningful changes for American families and workers. I'm also pleased that this retirement legislation includes several bipartisan priorities that I've been working on with several Ways and Means colleagues, like raising the requirement minimum distribution age, improving programs for public servants and nonprofits, and making it easier for individuals to pay student loans while still growing their retirement accounts. Under current law, a retiree must begin making withdrawals from their tax deferred retirement accounts when they turn 72, with failure to do so resulting in financial penalty. My bill with Congresswoman Stephanie Murphy included in this legislation will increase that age from 72 to 75 over the next several years. Another priority for bringing parity for employees in public education, nonprofit hospitals, charitable organizations, and others as they invest in their future. While these workers have access to 403B defined contribution retirement savings plans, similar to the 401k plans, they do not have the opportunity to invest in collective investment trust or CITs like their counterparts in the private sector. Thanks to the inclusion of the Public Service Retirement Fairness Bill, a bill I introduced with Congressman Panetta and others on this committee, the minimum opportunities and potential retirement savings plans. In addition, the bill has another bipartisan priority to help Americans, especially college graduates attempting to pay off student loans while building their retirement accounts. We know that there are great benefits in their careers with recently accumulated student loan debt. The Retirement Parity for Student Loans Act, included in the bill, will allow individuals to pay down a student loan instead of contributing to a 401k plan and still receive the employer's match in their retirement plan. This plan benefits the worker now and in the future and will help these young graduates realize the positive aspects of paying down debt and investing in retirement. And because it's voluntary for both employee and employer, it provides flexibility for each party to make the best choices for themselves without another one size fits all Washington mandate. I appreciate my friends, Congressman Danny Davis and Darren LaHood, for leading this effort. Overall, the provisions in this bill have broad bipartisan support and meet the needs of American workers, employees, retirements today and down the road. Finally, the Securing a Strong Retirement Act begins to address something I managed as state treasurer, returning unclaimed property and funds to their rightful owner. This bill establishes the Office of Retirement Savings Lost and Found within the Pension Benefit Guaranty Corporation, or PBGC, tasked with maintaining small employer-based retirement plans separated from their owner, and sets up an online database to help reconnect them. I know this provision was extensively negotiated by Chairman Neal and Republican Leader Brady, and I'd like to thank both of them for doing so. Hopefully soon we could expand this idea with my bipartisan, bicameral Unclaimed Savings Bond Act. Currently, there's more than $26 billion worth of decades old, mature, unclaimed savings bonds sitting in the U.S. Treasury, a number of which has grown by roughly $10 billion over the last 6 years. The federal government uses this money as it pleases, even though the money constitutes a loan made to the government by citizens decades ago. Despite maintaining records of bond owners and their bonds, Treasury has done next to nothing to contact the rightful owners of the unredeemed bonds, even when the bonds have been matured and are payable. While states often make great efforts to return unclaimed property, Treasury refused to give states access to the record to do so. Our legislation today recognizes the importance of returning unclaimed unclaimed retirement accounts to owners. It's a significant step forward, and hopefully the Unclaimed Savings Bond Act would go further to get returning money back to individuals. While Washington talks a lot about federal spending and government programs, the Securing a Strong Retirement Act is focused on really what matters, the spending and savings decisions that are happening around the kitchen table. This bill opens up opportunities for young savers, makes a difference for public sector employees, and helps manage good investment accounts. Chairman Neal and Ranking Member Brady, I strongly support the legislation and thank you for bringing it to the committee today. Our country needs more wins like this, and with that, I yield back.